Ooh. What the hell happened there? But get out of the road quick. The beads. The goat. Sounds like an animal in trouble. It's just tied up. That's cruel. She's the scapegoat. The emotion's building up. I'm starting to well up and I don't even know what I'm welling up at. I'm just anticipating something really emotional and my eyes have started reacting.
You want the truth?
Yes, we do.
When Matt told me you were gone, I didn't believe him. Or I couldn't. I had this feeling that you were still alive. And that I would see you again. But I couldn't believe the last time I saw you or talked to you was in that fucking hotel room that night I burned this fucking book.
Right. He does remember.
I was so sure you were still alive, even though everyone else in the world said that you were fucking dead. I was gonna start right where I lost you. Every year, I have 2 weeks of vacation, and every year I come to fucking Australia, and I show your picture to everybody I meet. And a couple days ago, I showed your picture to that nun. And I saw it in her eyes. She recognized you. She knew you.
Just been hanging around ever since.
I couldn't believe it. There you were. And I was so... But I didn't know what to say. Or where to start. And so I just thought, oh, fuck it, I'll erase it. Just erase it all. And maybe that would give us another chance.
It was
But you were right.
a good idea, I think.
Not true.
So tell us what happened when you stepped into that machine.
You want one?
No, quit.
I knew there was a chance it would kill me, but I made my peace with that.
Okay.
And I said goodbye to my brother. And I climbed right in.
And then you changed your mind.
No. I didn't change my mind.
Oh. It just didn't work.
I went through.
You went through? To where?
It was the same parking lot I'd just been in, except there were no trucks. No people, no nothing. I walked long enough to convince myself that I was the only thing alive in that place.
Oh.
And then night came, and I saw lights, so I went to them. It was a house, and there was a man and a woman there. They were kind, and they told me. The man told me that 7 years earlier he was in a supermarket, and every single person disappeared except for him.
Wow.
And the woman told me that she lost her husband,
Oh,
her
yeah.
3 daughters,
Yeah.
and all 8 of her grandchildren.
The people
That's
that
when I understood.
the people that departed think that the
Here.
survivors departed.
But over there, they lost all of us.
Yeah.
So I went and did what I came there to do.
To find
I went to
Jeremy
find my
and
kids. No boats go directly from Australia to New York, so it took me a long time to get there. Most of the houses are overgrown with weeds, but the streetlights still turned on at night, and that made me feel less stupid about expecting them still to be there. Still there in the very same house where I lost them.
7 years earlier.
When I got there, I stood behind a tree across the street and I waited. After a while, the door opened. At first, I didn't recognize them. A tall, teenage boy with curly hair. And a girl, maybe 11. They were my children. They were
Getting on with
happy.
life. Getting on with life.
And I understood that here in this place, they were the lucky ones.
Yeah. It's just a matter of perspective.
In a world full of orphans, they still had each other. The physicists who sent me through told me the first person to use the machine was the guy who invented it.
Oh,
His
so
name was Dr. Von Hagen.
he invented it on the other side as well.
I'm pretty sure they were making fun of me, but they said when I went over that I should look him up, so I did. That took a long time, too. And he asked me if I'd come all that way, why in God's name did I want to go back? And I told him it's because I didn't belong there. So he built it. And I came back through. Did I think about you?
Yes, of course.
Did I want to call you?
Yes.
Did I want to be with you, Kevin?
Yes.
Of course I did. But so much time had passed. It was too late. I'm here.
The birds are returning. It just took them a while. And that is going to be it, isn't it? And that was a beautiful ending. That was a beautiful ending. Okay then. I said at the beginning that I thought it deserved a heavily character-based ending, but I expected, being TV Land being what it is, that we'd have this extravagant, glitzy, dramatic ending. Considering this was done by the same guy that did Lost, I really should have known better. I really should have known better. Lost did have a very dramatic, extravagant ending, but Lost needed that. It was building towards that type of show. Leftovers deserved a totally different ending than that. It deserved a character-based ending, and it got a character-based ending, and I'm not going to say it was a perfect ending, not yet, not at this stage, but it was damn good. It was a damn good, and quite brave, really, to end 3 seasons on quite a subdued tone in TV Land perspective. yeah, very brave move, and really, definitely the ending it deserved. But unfortunately, it doesn't give me a lot to talk about here. I literally got the ending that I wanted. So, yippee. The I think I've already mentioned at some other point the possibility that this is a whole perspective thing, and that the people that went missing, from their perspective, everybody else went missing. I didn't expect it to actually come through, but I'm glad it did, because it opens up a whole realm of speculative thought. Like, this world, as it were, lost 140 million people. That's quite devastating, and we saw the effect that had on everyone. But the other side, from their perspective, they lost like 7.2 billion people, and they were seemed like they were coping pretty well with that. Why is that? You'd have thought their world would have been in an absolute disaster. And like she said, some of the tasks aren't the same anymore because there's a shortage of people, but they were generally getting on with it and coping and recovering, moving on, which our people just failed to do. I suspect at some point, and I may regret saying this, so please don't hold me to it, but I suspect that I may have to produce another video of my thoughts of leftovers sometime in the future, because this is my first thoughts after seeing it once. I may have to at some point rewatch it all and give it a review that actually does the show justice, because right now, yeah, it's a little bit mind-boggling. It was a beautiful ending. I'm going to repeat that. Didn't get any answers, no explanations on David Barton thinking he's God, or the book, the Gospel according to Kevin. All that just out the window, because it was the character driven stuff that was the most important. And yeah, I feel quite satisfied. I wish there was more. And a small part of me wishes for a different ending, something a little bit more explanatory. But this is the ending we've got, and it is a suitably perfect ending. So yeah, I a thoroughly enjoyable journey throughout. Thank you for being here and rewatching it with me. At some point, I will think about making a more in-depth video about my thoughts on it as a whole, as a second watch. But right now, I'm a little bit overwhelmed by it all. So, thank you very, very much for watching and for watching along with me. And hopefully, I'll see you again at some point in another video. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.